Ciao, come va ragazzi? Lo so, è passato moltissimo tempo, scusate. Allora, it's been a while since we've done one of these videos. We've been really busy, so in this episode, we're going to take you to where we went for Spring Break 2023. Vamos!
I feel like it's been a long time since we've done one of these videos, so this is going back to spring break. So if you see us in like pants and jackets, that's why it was a little bit of a colder season.
Wait, we're still doing these videos? Where did we go on this one?
Retiro.
Wasn't that years ago?
Wait, what was the last time when we did a video?
Most of our travel opportunities are for the 4-day weekends around holidays, but since spring break we had a little more time, we were able to head over to Spain. We've been wanting to go to Madrid for a long time now. We love Barcelona. I really wanted to combine this trip with Sevilla, but we didn't get there in this trip, so maybe in the future.
Sono andato in Spagna.
One of the best things about our trip was that our hotel was right next to a Jolibee.
Anytime we see a Jolibee, we have to go there. I think it's because my dad's Filipino.
If you don't know what Jolibee is the most famous fast food restaurant in the Philippines. Now, Spain colonized the Philippines in the 1560s. But what I find ironic now is that the Philippines kind of planted their flag with Jolibee in the heart of Madrid.
Jolibee has the goodest fried chicken.
It must be the Filipino in me, but I really like Jolibee. Jolibee has the best fried chicken and Filipino spaghetti.
I'm noticing that every European city has like the big open areas like piazzas, plazas, terraces, and seems to be a tourist trap, but I mean, it's historic and pretty, and it's a nice place to sit and have an aperitivo and just kind of chill after traveling.
In the center of Madrid, there's this big plaza where all the tourists go. The plaza is called Plaza Mayor.
Plaza Mayor was one of the first places we went to, so it was a good chance for us to go get some beer. I'm sorry, I mean cervezas. Cervezas.
The Spaniards call it Plaza Mayor.
Plaza Mayor, ¿vale?
Of course, Spain is known for their tapas, their sangria, and their jamon, and we had a lot of that in Madrid.
Two of my favorite things to eat in Spain are the paella and the tapas, where you can just get a little bite of all different kinds of things, whether it's different kinds of ham, cheeses, little fried deliciousness, risotto, all kinds of possibilities. And they do it well.
We ate a lot of things in Madrid, but my favorite was the seafood paella. My favorite Spanish food is the paella. The main ingredients of every paella are rice, saffron, protein, and vegetables.
Of course, this wouldn't be a family trip if I didn't drag us to a soccer stadium, and there happens to be a really good team that plays in Madrid.
Madrid is where one of the most famous soccer teams play, Real Madrid. Real Madrid Stadium is called Santiago Bernabeu. At the Real Madrid Stadium, I got a jersey with my favorite number and my name on the back. The stadium was under construction while we were there, but we were able to see the museum and the pitch.
Of course, Evan only knows two soccer players. One of them is Lionel Messi, and the other one used to play at Madrid, but doesn't play there anymore.
Cristiano Ronaldo play Madrid.
Sí!
When I think of Spanish culture, one of the things that comes to mind is flamenco dancing. I didn't know if the kids would be into it, but it was only an hour-long show, and it was one of the top-rated things to do in the city according to the internet. So we enjoyed our flamenco show. It was really interesting. The men and women that were dancing, there was a lot of emotion, and you could really feel what they were doing through the stage and through their dance. So I thought it was really interesting.
Ole!
Ole. What way?
I only knew about the dance because of a video game I played as a kid, Street Fighter 2.
Spain. Round one, fight.
So imagine my surprise when we were at this thing and a cage did not drop down and two people did not just randomly start fighting.
Another thing the kids were just thrilled about was visiting a group tour of the Royal Palace of Madrid.
We toured the palace, but I didn't even know Spain had a king.
We went to a palace. There's a bunch of expensive things there.
Now, I thought it was fantastic, beautiful, old and stately. The kids were asking over and over, is this almost done? So not all of this travel is as glamorous as it seems. A lot of it is still kids being kids.
The trade-off is usually I take the family to a soccer stadium and then Julie takes us to a museum. Spain has one of the most popular museums in the world and that's where she wanted to go.
I was really happy to drag the family to Spain's most famous art museum, El Prado. It's like the Louvre of Spain. They have a lot of very famous things that my family members were not interested in. I guess I'm probably the one that cares about art the most of the family, so they enjoyed some benches, some water fountains, while I got to enjoy one of my favorite paintings from art class as a child, Las Meninas by Diego Velázquez. After the museum, had to balance out some good old boring museum time with doing something fun and taking the kids over to the park, El Retiro.
On one of our last days, we went to the Buen Retiro Park, which is a huge park. It's sort of like Central Park for New York.
The kids enjoyed their time running around and going to some awesome playgrounds. There was some pretty landscaping with topiaries, but what we really wanted to do was take out rowboats on this like fountain lake thing.
In one of Madrid's biggest parks, we rented rowboats and had a family race. It was me and my dad versus Maxwell, Evan, and Mom.
Julie always tells me how great a rower she is, and a lot of that is because she's really tall. So we had a race. It was me and Bo against her, Maxwell, and Evan. It's... Even though she had two, we kind of smoked her. Bo and I won.
Madrid is one of my favorite cities because they have great scenery, great food, and a great soccer team.
From what I remember, since it was a long time ago, I kind of liked it.
I loved Madrid. Everything you want out of a city. Lots of culture, lots of history, good food, lots of liveliness, but I would say it probably wasn't the kids' favorite. So maybe our next trip we'll do something a little more family friendly.
Gracias. Adios.